Hi, everyone. My name is Josh Epstein, and I'm the marketing specialist for TDA Perks. The title of today's webinar is the up to $100,000 stimulus your new practice may have missed and how you can claim it. I want to add that ECC Specialists here, there's a collective refund amount for TDA members that is over $4 million to date. So we're really happy about that and happy to share that information. Our presenter is Mr. Simon Walder. He is with Perk's newest partner, ECC Specialists. And before we get started, I just want to mention the TDA Perks offers over 20 additional vendors with services that assist all aspects of your practice, from compliance and insurance to dental supplies, marketing, and more. You can also take advantage of the educational resources such as TDA journal articles and all of our archived webinars that we provide on our website, which is tdaperks.com. You can contact me at any time if you have any questions regarding vendors, and my number is 512-443-3675, extension 161. And without further ado, Simon, thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me, and thanks everyone for taking the time to join us. And so this is the 100K stimulus your new practice may have missed and how you can claim it webinar. So if you own a practice that you started after February 15th, 2020 and have W-2 employees, this webinar is for you. It's going to be a pretty straightforward presentation, and what we're going to present is pretty black and white. So I ask you to follow along. So we're going to cover what the employee retention credit is, what the recovery startup business portion of it is, the qualifications, who we are, why you haven't heard of it, our process, and then I'll take your questions at the end. So be sure to stick around for those. So a little about me. I spent 9 years in the dental industry with Benco and Henry Schein. I helped hundreds of dentists open their first practice in the Houston market, and I had helped hundreds of doctors claim the employer retention credit, and I started picking up traction with that and was helping so many doctors do it. I just decided to come on full time with the ECC Specialists and kind of oversee the healthcare portion and help really mainly focus on helping doctors claim this credit. And to date, I'm part of a team that's claimed over $2 billion in ERC credits nationwide. So what is the employee retention credit? Well, if you haven't heard about it, it's basically a stimulus refund check for practice owners, well, business owners, but for this case, we're talking about practice owners, as well as nonprofits who have W-2 employees. So it's part of the CARES Act, and it was enacted to encourage and reward business owners who retained their employees during the COVID-19 pandemic. So as part of the CARES Act, many people had heard of EIDL, which is a loan, and they also heard of PPP, which started as a loan but was eventually able to be forgiven. But ERC is a refundable tax credit that comes from the Treasury Department and comes in the form of a refund check. So the employee retention credit, it's just like what it sounds. You took care of your employees and retained them through the pandemic. ERC allows you to now get rewarded for employing people and paying wages during this challenging time. So the recovery startup, that's a portion that we're specifically talking about for the employee retention credit. This is for businesses that started after February 15th, 2020. And this was one of the amendments that came about last year in March that now allowed you to claim this credit that you weren't initially able to as a startup business, but now you're able to. So the details of the program are you're able to claim up to $7,000 per employee for Q3 and Q4 of 2021 for a max of $50,000 for both Q3 and Q4. And ERC is not a loan. Like I said, this comes in the form of a refund check Oh, and this, I guess I have my slides back, so I apologize. But yes, there you can see that it was amended in March of 2021, and it's for businesses that started after February 15th, 2020. And so how much do you qualify for from ERC and the recovery startup business? Here's a great example. So as a recovery startup business, you're eligible to receive up to $7,000 per employee per quarter, and those funds are capped at $50,000 for both of those quarters. So let's say you have 5 employees, and you're getting $7,000 per employee. That's $35,000 for Q3 and $35,000 for Q4 for a total of $70,000. So I apologize about the slide, but if you had a total of 5 employees, you'd receive roughly $70,000 potentially for a total for Q3 and Q4. So it's a pretty sizable amount, especially for somebody who just started a practice, you know, in challenging times where construction was more expensive, equipment was more expensive, everything was more expensive. So this could be a great relief for you. The program does have a few stipulations. So like I said, you had to begin your business operations on or after February 15th of 2020. And you could not have revenues that exceeded $1 million in 2020 or 2021. And you also must employ 1 or more employees. So like I said, this is based off the number of W-2 employees you had. So if you're the only person working in there, you know, that's not going to be a qualifier. You must have employees. And then you could not have qualified for the other portion of the employee retention credit, the normal employee retention credit. That's for established businesses that were in operation before February 15th, 2020. So what can you use your refund check for? Well, the choice is totally up to you. You can, you know, purchase new equipment, bonus your staff, pay off that new practice loan, you know, save it, whatever you want to do. The choice is yours. You do not have to dictate what you used these funds for. And the best part about it, the refund check that you receive is fully forgiven from day one. You do not have to repay this check. So why hasn't your CPA done this? Well, CPAs typically do not handle your payroll and your 941s, and that's what this credit is off of. They are typically handling your personal or corporate tax returns, as well as this is a very tedious and time-consuming credit to file. So it's about 2 to 4 hours per employee to file it. So it takes a lot of bandwidth away from the accountants who can do this to handle not only their regular accounting duties for their clients, but also take this task on. And then QuickBooks, ADP, and Paychex, you know, those are more software companies that handle your active payroll, but they don't go back and amend it or handle this. So that's where we kind of fill in the gray area that this credit falls into. So Forbes came out with an interesting article recently that the IRS anticipated that 70 to 80% of small to medium-sized businesses qualified for a portion of the employee retention credit, but most of them had missed out on it. And if you're curious or want to see more information on it, you can always Google the employee retention credit or look it up right on the IRS website. They have plenty of information right on there. At the top of the IRS website, there's a little link that goes to the amended portion of it. Their default page is a little out of date, so you have to click that link at the top of their website. So how can you qualify or see if you qualify for these funds? The process is really simple. You just go to www.claimerccredit.com and you click the begin qualifying button at the top. That'll take you through a really quick questionnaire that should take you no more than 5 minutes to get through and complete. Upon completion, you will be sent an email that will look something like this. And when you click that upload your files link there, it will launch you to your own secure portal. And in that portal, we'll need you to upload, here to the right, it shows you what it would look like when you're on your phone version. We'll need a detailed payroll report. There's a little drop down box. You just select what payroll company you use. And then, like for instance here, it'll show, if you had ADP, it gives you the exact instructions on how to pull the report. We'll need your 941s for 2020 and then 2021. And then we just need basic PPP info. So if you receive PPP, we just need to know the date you received it and how much you received. And then from there, we analyze everything you submitted, your payroll report and your 941s. And then based off your questionnaire, we analyze how much you'd be eligible for. And then we put together an analysis and send that to you. And as long as everything looks good to you, we'll file this on your behalf and you are done at that point. And we'll, once we file it, the IRS will issue you your refund check. So why ERC specialists? Why us? Well, we have 200 plus employees that are now fully dedicated to this program and are helping small businesses claim this every day. We've done over $2 billion in refunds from this program nationwide. We have experts in payroll, accounting, and tax law all under one roof. And we don't take a payment until you get paid. And we have a very automated, user-friendly system and a full team of support that allows us to help you get through the process in a very quick and stress-free way. And we're ran by business owners for business owners. So we understand what you're going through and the challenges you've been through, and we know how to maximize this credit. So here's a little bit, here's some of the key people. Like I said, we had experts in the key areas. We have a lady that served as a forensic accountant for the IRS that oversees our accounting team. We have a member on the board of the American Payroll Association that oversees our certified payroll providers. And then we have 3 tax law firms that we've brought in-house. So great collaboration of experts to make sure we are maximizing your credit while staying completely within the guidelines of the program. Okay, so you're probably asking, all right, well, there's got to be a way we pay. So we give 2 options of payment. The credit does take, it's roughly 6 to 8 months. We are seeing a little bit of improvement there. So I have been saying 5 to 8 months to receive your check, but 90% of the businesses we've worked with choose not to pay until they receive the money. And at that point, we take 15% of the credit. We do offer the ability to get a little bit of a discount where we take 10% of the credit, but we would take that from the day you file. So we got 2 options, whatever's best for you. But now is the time to act. Just like PPP, when these funds run out, they will be gone. The current IRS backlog continues to grow longer and longer. So claim the funds while they're still available to you. And like I said, you have nothing to lose. You get expert analysis, no upfront fees, and 0 obligations. So if you go through our questionnaire and you upload your documents, you will receive an analysis back. And at that point, there has been no charge to you. If you do not decide to move forward and have us file for you, we do not come back and invoice you. So you really have nothing to lose to at least go through the process and see how much money you qualify for. So I appreciate you guys taking the time to join me. I wanted to keep this brief and be respectful of your time, but I do want to take any questions that you may have.
Thanks a lot, Simon. We appreciate the information, and we do have some questions. So I'm gonna send them over and let you know what they are here. So great question. Again, can you reiterate? So, are you sure I don't have to repay this?
Yes. This comes in the form of a refund check. It is not a loan, and these funds do not have to be repaid, and you also do not have to dictate what you use the funds for.
Okay. And how long does it take to get my check?
So on average, it takes 5 to 8 months. I say that's a little bit of a wide range because it's not really a process where you like get put in a queue and it comes in order. Some people will receive it, that filed in February have already got their checks, and some people that are filed in December are just now getting their checks. So there's really no rhyme or reason to that. So that's why we say 5 to 8 months is pretty typical.
Okay, looks like we have a couple more here. And can you reiterate, so is the IRS going to tax this check or no?
Yeah, so this is not an income tax credit. Like I said, this is a payroll incentive. So the way this works is this will limit the amount you're able to deduct from your payroll expense. So like, let's say you receive the money at the end of this year. For that quarter, that will limit the amount of payroll expense you are able to write off.
Okay, looks like we have one more. And let's see, can I claim the regular ERC instead?
No, so the regular ERC allowed you to claim up to $26,000 per employee, but that was established, and that was all the program was for originally, but that is established for businesses that started before February 15th, 2020.
Okay, that is all of the questions that I see. Now, Simon, is there anything else you'd like to add before we sign off here?
I would just say, that I appreciate the time once again. I would just say, take the time to go to our website, www.claimerccredit.com, and go through that questionnaire. I mean, it's very straightforward. It's very easy, especially if you just started a practice after February 15th, 2020. It's not going to take you much time. And if you need any help or have any questions, you can always call me. My number's right here. It's 281-229-4918, or you can schedule a call on the website, or you can we have a contact form that you can ask a question, and somebody from our team will get back to you as well. So reach out. We're here to help, but this is a very minimal time commitment on your end that could potentially be a huge reward for you. So I would say you really have nothing to lose to at least giving this a shot.
Excellent. I mean, obviously everybody needs to try this out and contact you guys just to see if they can get this credit. And you can always get in touch with the TDA Perks team. We can put you in touch with Simon if you want to go through us. Again, my name is Josh Epstein, and you can reach me at 512-443-3675, extension 161, and be happy to answer some questions, but really direct you to Simon. And actually, I just want to make an announcement quick, and I wanted to do that in the beginning, but the TDA has put together the Dental Concierge app, and it's definitely something you should download. You can track what CE you've completed and what you lack. You can get high quality courses that you need at a lower cost. It's completely free. The app is completely free for TDA members. And best of all, you can submit that information, all your CE, to the TSBDE. It's really simple. And we have a class that's coming up. I want to make sure everyone knows about it. It's being taught by Dr. Arthur Jeske, and it's called Safe and Effective Pain Management when ethically prescribing opioids and other controlled substances to dental patients. So that's going to be Friday, July 29th at 8:30 in the morning. So I urge you to download the app and sign up for that class. So it's going to be 4 hours worth of CE, and that's just something that TDA has put together for TDA members. So Simon, we really appreciate your time, and everyone else, we, look forward to having you on our next webinar. Thanks again, Simon.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, take care.